Good morning. Welcome to day 47 of the Index Card a Day Challenge. Getting close to the end. Another 14 more days, I think. And this is yesterday's card. And here's our stack. So today the addition is the little area where I cleaned a stamp over here. It looked like the shape of a shoe-ish. So I just traced out what I saw and painted it in. So now she's holding onto shoestrings. So that's the addition for today. Okay, so what I have out so far for today is 3 colors of green. This is a Vineyard Green Apple Barrel, Pastel Mint by Anita's, and this is Citrus Green by Deco Art. And I'm just going to put a little bit out on my plate. I've got a couple of sponges because I'm also going to use Razzleberry by Americana. I'm going to put out a little bit of all these green colors. Don't look, Phoebe. And let's just start with a stencil. I've got 2 stencils. One is Plaid Folk Art, and it's called Single Rose. And this one is a Heidi Swap with just little dots on it. There's no name for it. There is a number. It's HS00869. And I'm going to start with the dot stencil. I'm just going to lay it on my card. And I'm going to start with the dark green. And I'm going to stencil some dots. Now I want to go to my rose, and I'm going to use my Razzleberry. I'm going to take the dot stencil. I'm going to go ahead and put a few dots on the end. Okay, that's good enough. This is Black Plum by Americana, and I'm going to use the same sponge I used my Razzleberry on. I'm going to use the same stencil again on top, and I have red paint out, and I'm going to use my same sponge that I've been using, and I'm going to go over it again. Now I'm going to use Artist Loft Pink Neon, same sponge. I'm going to try some butterflies, Mini Flutterby by Crafter's Workshop. I'll use the green sponge that I've been using, and I'm going to use yellow paint. This is Bright Yellow by Deco Art. Cleaning off my stencils on the back side of this paper. Can I just say, when I'm not trying and I'm just cleaning up, this is my favorite. I love this. Okay, back to our card. I've got Deep Midnight Blue out by Americana. I love this color. I'm going to use the sponge that has the green on it, so there's a little green left in it, so it'll blend. That's okay. And I've got a stencil out that I love to use. Momenta is the brand name. It's called BL-067. It's got a hummingbird and little flowers on it. It's got the green mixed in too, so you can still see the green. I have this heart tag that I'm going to use as a template, and I'm going to make one that I can use without worrying about messing it up because I want to save this. I'm just going to trace it on this paper, and I'll cut it out. I got my self-healing mat and an X-Acto knife. I'm going to take my card, and where did I put my heart? I've lost it. There it is. And I'm going to cut out a section of my card, and I need to cut the heart down a little bit to fit in there. So I'm going to trace my heart back here, and I'm going to cut out my heart with my X-Acto knife. So now I have a heart to work with if I want to. But what I'd like to do is see what it looks like with a paper behind it. There we go. That looks cute. That's really cute like that. Instead of all dots, I'll just mix in some of the other colors too. I'm just going to glue this card down on top of this paper and then cut around it. I love this so much. I have this little scrap and I'm gonna glue my words, which are remaking itself, to that paper and then tear it out to fit on here. Okay, I'm gonna tear around my words. All right, I'm gonna glue it down. This is the dauber that I use for my Walnut Stain Tim Holtz ink. It's a distress ink and I'm just going to use the dauber because it's still got enough left on there to go around the edge of this. A little pencil. I'm going to take my white Posca pen and just go around this a little bit because I kind of want to make it stand out a little bit more. And that's what it looks like, in case you don't know. Alright, that's all I'm going to do today. This is pretty. I just was in the mood to play with stencils and some layers, and I really like how this turned out. I love this contrast, and this suits it perfectly. So thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I will see you again soon. Have a great whatever it is. Bye-bye.